Hey, so living in a van or RV like this often means tight living quarters. That's why when I'm considering buying anything new for it, I really consider the ideas that it needs to maximize the space that I have, it needs to help me keep things clean, and it needs to, in some way or another, really give me the comforts of home while I'm on the road. That's why in this video, I'm gonna give you the 9 most important accessories that my RV cannot live without. If we haven't met before, my name is Nicholas Dembski, and I'm living in my RV right here with my 7-year-old daughter. It took us about 2 months to get it fully outfitted with everything that we needed to make it livable, and then so we've been on the road for about another 2 months now. And I already had a lot of things that I already needed. I had downsized a lot and just kept the bare essentials, but since we've been on the road and driven it from Michigan to California, I've also found a few things that I've needed. Some of them were things that I didn't really know that I would need. Some of them I kind of had an idea I might need in the future, and some of them I knew I needed right away, and so I got them before I even took off. So like I said earlier, I'm gonna walk you through my 9 important things that I really need inside this RV, and the 9th one is the one that really powers it all. So stick around for that one, and at the end I'll also include some links on how to power everything in your van as well. And everything I talk about in this video, there will be links to it down in the description box. Go ahead and check those out, but let's get inside because it is very windy out here. So the first 2 things that I really love having in this van are right up here in the kitchen. And the first one is this 7-gallon Aqua Mate Jug. It's a freshwater 7-gallon tank, and it has these markers on the side, so when you lay it down, you always know exactly how much water you have in it. But I really love having this spigot right here. It makes it really easy to dispense the water. I just have to flip it over quickly like this, and then I can turn it on. You might see that it does leak a little bit from this thing up here when it's full, and that's why I just tip it up like that when I'm not using it, and then it doesn't leak anymore. Looks like maybe once you use a gallon or so, that's when it stops leaking because the water's just not above that level anymore. The second one is something else that I picked up along the way, and it's been really useful for washing stuff inside of an RV because, you know, you're trying to conserve as much water as you can. And that's when I saw a commercial actually for this stuff right here. It's called Dawn Spray and Wash, I think. Power Wash, Dawn Power Wash. And it's essentially soap and water combined, so it makes life a lot easier when washing dishes in here. Really don't even need like a full spray, just like a little squirt like that, and that'll do enough for this entire bowl right here. The third thing that my van really needs is to keep this floor clean, because living outside, we're always tracking in rocks and dirt and mud and twigs and leaves and just all kinds of stuff. So while you might just think that you could go to like a car wash place and use their vacuum and that would be fine, I really don't want to have to do that several times a week. That would really add up, one, but it also just takes up a lot of time. So instead, what I invested in before I took off was this, and that's this bad lad right here. And yes, I'm also going to address this. It's just, I have this Rode microphone here, and when I put it on this collar, it just pulls my shirt down and looks ridiculous, and this doesn't, so. Anyway, this is the Dirt Devil Power Express Lite, and for a couple reasons I've been loving this. Not just because I have a vacuum full time, which means I can always keep this place clean and rock and crumb free, because you could invest in something that's like this and get a piece of crap, but this one has been amazing. Let me show you why. It does come with this detachable head, which is really useful for the small amounts of carpet that I have. And then I can pop off that rotating head there and just use it on the linoleum without it. Oh man, I just ate a barbecue chip and that was frickin' delicious. Anyway, I gotta clean up this kitchen for the next few things, so let me do that. That was amazing, wasn't it? Anyway, the next one item is actually multiple items. It's everything that I cook with right here. It's all this good stuff, all electric. And let me just run you through them real quick because they are each important for their own reason. Waffle maker. Enough said. This right here is my oven because this RV, it's a Class B road track. It did not come with an oven, so I got this one right here. The Hamilton Beach Easy Reach. It's got a really cool opening slide feature like that. You can see all the settings here. It has bake, broil, toast, and air fry modes. So this has been really handy just because obviously I can cook with it, but it also fits right underneath my sink, and I can't believe that I can have an oven that fits underneath there. It's really low profile, so it's been perfect for this situation. This little critter over here has saved my life on more than one occasion. Thank you, Instant Pot, thank you. And it's also taken quite a beating in here as well. Sorry, Instant Pot, sorry. That's because it also fits underneath my sink with my oven, and I think probably sometime when we hit a bump or maybe the brakes, they collide into each other, and that's put a dent into the side of my Instant Pot, but it hasn't impacted its performance at all. And far-reaching way over here are my 2 electric burners sitting on top of my 2 propane burners. So the propane burners, there's 2 of them underneath, came with the vehicle, but I wanted to have some electric burners as well. This is 500 watts right here. It's YQ105. It's great for making soups and coffees and things like that. This one back here does all my dirty work. This is a Maximatic Elite Gourmet. It's 1000 watts. This gets much hotter. This is more for like pan searing steaks and things like that. But it can be also used to, you know, cook pretty much anything. And we cook like 90 to 95% of our meals in here. And when we say we, obviously, I mean me. My 7-year-old does help me a little bit, but I handle all the dangerous stuff. And that can be really exhausting doing that every day. So let's move on to something that is a little bit more entertainment value based. So this is entertainment behind me right here. It's an LG 43-inch UHD 4K TV. But basically what I did here was find some empty space after removing a seat right here and figured in how big of a TV can I fit into this van, and this is what I got. And let me show you the bracket and arm that I made back here for it. So moving these bungee cables out of the way here, which lock it down when we're in movement, you can see that I have some reclaimed wood here that I used after rebuilding one of the cabinets in the back. And what I did here was use this wood to support the weight of the TV and mount it through the front of the kitchen wall here, which is kind of thin. So I wanted to make sure it had some extra strength there to it. And then I took this mount right here, which I will link to as well, and put it on the TV. So that allows it to mount like this behind me, and I can watch it from any of the 3 seats in the front right here. But I can also take the TV itself. You can see I can turn it all the way out there, so it makes for a more cinematic experience if you're sitting in front of the 2 seats, which are behind this curtain here, which can be swiveled around. I also have this really cool sound bar that attaches to it as well, and it makes the sound much better than compared to the TV speakers, which are actually quite decent themselves. I've realized I kind of like sitting in front of my TV while I talk to you guys, so for number 6, I think, let me check. Yes, for number 6, it's my redundant internet services so I can actually work on this TV. So for starters, I have a dual SIM card Xiaomi Mi A3 phone. I rarely splurge on things like iPhones because I've probably dropped this 8 times since I bought it maybe like a year or so ago. Thankfully, its screen's not too badly cracked, but more importantly, it carries 2 SIM cards. It has one for T-Mobile and another one for AT&T. I get about 3 gigs from T-Mobile, and then I get another 8 from AT&T off of my phone. But beyond that, and even more importantly, I have this little guy right here. This is an Ellipsis jetpack, and it essentially gives me Verizon service all over the country. It's like a little Wi-Fi router basically, and I can connect it to every device I have in here. So, you know, it's like a couple tablets, phones, my computer, the TV, and it runs everything on that 4G LTE network. And on this, I get 30 gigs a month, so that's where the majority of my work is put in. And for the final 3 things in this list, you guys have stuck around this whole time, I have to go back outside for these, and I hope the wind has died down, so let's go. So for me, it was really important to have bikes for my daughter and I. We need something to be able to get outside a lot, you know, and enjoy ourselves away from the campsite. So this is a Zizzo Euro Mini. Pops together like that, locks together real quick. Handlebars pop up. There's a button over here that latches it and then rotates the handlebars forward. There we go. A little bit more forward. And down. Go down to there for now, and then you pop out the pedals like that, and there you go. My bike's ready to go, and it doesn't take much longer to put my daughter's bike together either, and then we can be on our way. And this was like the only bike that I could find that would actually fit in the rear compartments there of my vehicle, so I really had to go with this one. I had no other choice. And the number 8 thing here inside this mystery bag, it's not that much of a mystery actually. It's these bye-bye bag, bye-bye mystery bag. That'll stop sooner or later. That'll get caught on a bush. I was right. It's caught on a bush. So just real quick about these jumper cables, why I got the ones that I did. These are of the EverStart brand. They're a 4-gauge cable, which is really important. And I really like having this on me because I can always connect it to my auxiliary battery, which is in the back, and that is powered by number 9, which always keeps me going. So let's go into that. It's the most important feature of my van. Now I gotta go get that bag too. And for number 9, I actually have to climb on top of my van to show you. So let's head up there. So I actually don't need to climb all the way up on top of my van to show you what I got up here, but I have 5 solar panels up there. And those keep this beast, oh my God, my eyes are watering because of all the wind, super powered. Wow, powerful winds in my face, bright sunlight at the same time. Goodbye lenses, goodbye pupils. So this solar panel system back here can plug in everything that I had inside, all the electronics. You saw me running my vacuum off it, for example. And so if you want to see how I actually installed these, you can click on this video right here. Or if you'd like to see a tour of this van, you can click on this video right here. And if you like videos like these, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in another one. Peace. Oh my God, my eyes. Oh my God.